Okay, so how has everything been going since we last met? Because we met the week before last, due to break. How has everything been going?
It's going pretty well. We slid into break at the right time where I think everyone needed the break and came back, and things are definitely went pretty well today. So it was a good day today.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. And then, I'm sorry, my light turned off in my room. Give me just a moment. That might happen a couple of times. And then I wanted to let you know that I made arrangements for observation, but I can't get in there until Friday. Is Friday a day that can work for you?
Yeah. Friday will be fine, I think. I think it'll work. It'll work well. I'm doing a kind of a similar activity on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, so I think all of the days will really work.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I was trying to arrange for Thursday, but we have 35 subs on Thursday, so
Oh,
they wouldn't let me go for that.
yeah, that's a lot. Wow.
Yeah. So I settled for Friday and I thought I'd check with Paul and see if he's okay with that.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And even what I was gonna do on Thursday, I might just switch it then, because it doesn't matter the order of what I'm doing.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna be going over. They need a reinforcement on, or they haven't gotten. One of the problems with IM for eighth graders is they don't get the eighth grade math. So they have really no understanding of slope. So it's almost like I'm going into slope and they're like, well, we don't even know it. So I have to kind of back up and sort of spend some time on them even knowing what slope is. So
Okay.
that's what we'll probably be doing, stuff like that, activities around that.
Okay. I think that sounds like a great thing to see. And then where are you in relation to the textbook? Are you in topic 2?
So yeah, for the Envision, for the IM, we're in topic 2. So I started with statistics before moving on to going to 1.
Oh, that's fantastic. How did you like that unit?
I didn't like it as much as what I had done in the previously, like using illustrative math for statistics. The reason I like statistics is because I have a project where they basically have to go out and talk to 6th and 7th graders. So I like it at the beginning of the school year as kind of a get to go out and meet new people at the school. So I don't know. It was a little different this year, I guess, than what I wanted to do with the statistics, but it's a learning experience.
It definitely is. That can be a challenge when you've got new materials.
Yeah. So it was because I'm asking one thing for the project, and they have their own sort of presentation with the Envision material, which is different than the way I was presenting IM1 previously. It's actually much more in depth than what they were getting, which I think was great for high school. It's a little harder with the eighth graders where you're filling in more gaps. So
yes,
it's the balancing act and finding it, and never having seen it before and knowing where they're going to struggle and where they will be okay. It's an adventure this year.
yes, that's for sure. I know, with regard to what you were just saying, I taught in the springtime and in summer school, and found that the statistics piece came across a lot better with the students during summer school than it did the first time around, because I was learning it.
Mm-hmm.
So you may be on the same learning curve with it, where if you see it a few times, that might help to change, especially to adapt to the demand of like what the standard is calling for.
Yeah. And that was another thing with putting in standards-based grading. I was like trying to, see how that was going to work. And I hadn't even planned on Envision when I was doing, planning during the summer for standards-based grading. So everything's just kind of been by sort of, by the seat of the pants. So, in the moment, kind of figuring out how things are going to work. And I know definitely next year I'll have a better idea of like how it should flow.
That's good. That sounds like a really good plan. I think don't be too hard on yourself with it. Like if you need to step out of that mode of standards-based grading for a moment and just apply the teaching concepts, that might be something that you can do as well. Be very patient with yourself because it sounds like you're trying a lot of really good new things, and don't get too overwhelmed by it.
Yeah, I think I'd get bored if I didn't try new things.
Right.
Like I enjoy trying the new things. Like I just think it makes you a better teacher if you like experiment and try new things rather than trying to play it safe.
Yeah. I wholeheartedly agree with you. I love taking risks, and to hear that you like that, it shows me that you're going to be great at what you're doing. So I'm really looking forward to see what you do with the kids this week.
Well, yeah, no pressure.
No pressure. It's just an observation.
No, I know.
And I'm not a judgy person by any means. I went through and did some of the module trainings that I'm supposed to do. And one of them was about observations. And it was so incredibly helpful. So now I know how to record evidence, and how to interpret that with you after the fact to debrief. So I think that will be really helpful.
Cool. I look forward to it.
And then in the meantime, what is it that is there anything that you might need help with or support with? Do you need time to observe other teachers? Do you need time to have release to work on some things for yourself?
One of the observations I will probably take with another teacher. I'd like to see. So Jen Brown's one of the teachers that we have here. I know she taught at La Sierra for many years. I'd actually like to see her just because I haven't seen anyone that's, I think she's done 24, 25 years or something. I haven't seen anyone that's taught that long. And I just would like to see a different kind of perspective and someone that's done high school and now it's done middle school. I think I can learn a lot from seeing or watching her, or at least for at least a class or so.
Right.
And since she's here, it's like I've always kind of wanted to anyhow. So this might be the opportunity to do that.
It's always nice to be able to peek in and see what other teachers are doing, even if it's just for a few minutes. But if you can sit there for even longer than that, it's she's a great resource. I worked with her for a long time, and she has a lot of experience at multiple levels. So seeing what she does, if I can make a suggestion, look for things that she'll do as interventions for students, for differentiation, just some of those ideas of meeting different modalities, because those are some of her strong suits. She's always really exceptional with that. So I think that would be a good idea as well.
Yeah, and I think that those are areas that I can definitely improve upon and would like to improve upon. Just for in my own practice.
Right. I apologize for the bell schools getting out right now.
Oh, that's totally understandable.
Yeah. And then in the meantime, is there anything that you need to do or talk about with regard to finishing up the semester?
And no, I think I'm pretty good through the semester. I'm all planned out. I have a pretty good idea of where I'm going, how I need to get there. As long as I don't not, throwing any curveballs like I have to do something that I don't know about, I should be okay.
Right. I have a few of those that I found out late at the moment that I'll have a sub for planning time, release time to work within the department, and trying to plan out the rest of the semester while having release time to plan the rest of the semester it feels like very last minute.
Yeah.
So I know how those things kind of pop up every once in a while. And you don't always get the notification until the last second.
Yeah. And then you have to scramble. But I think since there's only about 3 weeks, I'm feeling pretty confident that everything's going to hopefully stay the same.
Okay. And then are you giving final exams or assessments? What are you doing?
So I'll be giving like assessments on the different standards.
That sounds really good. I'm sorry, my light went out again.
Yeah. No, I'll just be giving be giving them much more opportunities to prove that they can solve problems on the different standards. So this is really the time, the last 3 weeks is for them to raise their grade as much as they can in the time that they have left. So I'm going to try to give them opportunities probably every full class period that I have, because there's like at least 4 standards that they need to within this last unit that they need to have down. These
Right.
are these are the equations and stuff, which I think is the most important thing we can get across in middle school to them. And so I want them to have as much opportunity to do as well as they can.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a really good way of closing up your semester. Do you feel like there's anything you need in order to get started for second semester?
Honestly, I haven't even thought about second semester yet. Like
Okay.
I'm not mentally there. I think it's going to be fine. I have I'm going to keep going with at least the second unit for the IM. I might have more questions about what I'm going to do with my regular math, if I'm going to change things up a little bit with that, or if I'm just going to wait till next year. I do have interest in the C-STEM, but that's one of those things that I might just wait till next year to actually just do C-STEM.
Right.
Because I think it'll be weird if I were to switch up at the semester, I think, and introduce that more, especially since I don't still think I have a good handle on the new reveal curriculum for Math 8. So
yeah.
Seems like I need to go through the curriculum once and then make my judgment about it. So I'm trying to be, good at teaching it to fidelity and then deciding, do I really like it? What would I change? When I have more reflection, probably over the summer at the end of the year.
Right. I can very much relate to that. It's not always an easy thing to get new curriculum, and then it feels like it's going, for me, it feels like it's going slowly, and I want to be able to pick up pace, but I don't know always how to do that and what to eliminate. I'm leaning on my peers for that at the moment. So hopefully you have some people within your department that you can speak to about what they're doing and what their best practices are as well.
Yeah, I think it's going slowly for us too. And that just seems kind of like a general thing. And then I think, at least for our 8th graders, this has been a tougher year than the last couple of years. They're just a tougher bunch for us. A lot more in terms of not wanting to do work at all. So it's a higher demand on classroom management than in even the last couple years. So It's keeping it exciting, and I think the downside of wanting to like always take risk and stuff like that, or wanting to push it, is that I don't like the going slow. Like I feel like if I'm going slow, I need to do something to, change it up, right? But I also want to give the curriculum time to like play out, and I don't want to just interrupt it and say, well, this isn't working. I'm trying to give it as much room to breathe as possible.
Yes. Okay.